Hey everybody, this is Nature Nate, and today I'm going to be talking about a pair of goggles, ski mountaineering, ski touring goggles, snowboarding, and why these are different than other goggles on the market, and why especially during COVID, these are really the best goggles you can have. So they come with a price tag. These are $250 for a pair of ski goggles, but they have some really awesome features that create that price. So these are the Julbo Aerospace, as I said, and one thing that makes them a higher price is they have this reactive lens. So these are the 1:3 reactive, so that means it's for lower light. They have a 1:3 version, and they also have a 2:4 version. So the 1:3 means it's 1 being the low light spectrum, 3 being higher light, and the 2:4 is kind of the medium light to very high light exposure. So this is meant for more lower light conditions versus that 2:4. And from my experience, it's fine in the full-on alpine sun when you're getting just fully blasted. It works. So I decided to get this to give me more advantage in the low light versus the high light. If it's full-on alpine and you're getting that angle of the sun reflecting off the snow right at you, you're gonna be squinting just a little bit, and that is true with these goggles. So that's something to be mindful. If you have really sensitive eyes, it might be better to go with the 2:4. And depending on where you're at, if it's cloudy a lot of the time, definitely go with the 1:3s. These are great in low light settings. So if, let's say you're on the ski hill, with these goggles, you'll be good all day with the 1:3s, with the low lights, with clouds roll in, whatever, you'll be good all day. Again, that's up to you to decide the 1:3s versus the 2:4s and how much light protection you need. The next feature that makes these the COVID goggle, really, and if you're ski touring as well, check this out. The lenses actually pop up away from the frame and give you that gap right there so that they vent. That is huge. So if you're wearing these with a mask, like what I've been doing all season, this is 2021, so the 2020-2021 ski season, what I've been doing all season is tucking my mask underneath the little nose bridge here and making sure that it's got a nice seal. And it actually, if you ever get any moisture buildup at all, you just vent these bad boys, and it allows you to get rid of all that condensation, and it really kind of alleviates almost all, not 100%, but I'd say 95% of those issues you're gonna be dealing with your goggles fogging. This is gonna fix that problem. So it does create, there's some mechanics and stuff. I'm sure there's some weak points in here. I haven't dealt with any of those issues. I've had these goggles for 2 seasons now. They're still great. And I haven't had, like I said, any issues with those weak points right there. Here we go, that's a good view of it. But I could see how potentially, if you're really rough with them, they might have an issue somewhere in here with those mechanics. It's not just a standard goggle lens on top of a frame. So there you go, that's kind of the action that you see with the goggles. So some of the other things, it is glasses compatible and all that kind of stuff. It does have the silicone band here, so it fits against your hat or your helmet really well and isn't gonna fall off. They're quite adjustable for pretty much any size that you could use. It's got the fog, anti-fog and everything on the interior, just like modern goggles have. So those are a lot of features that modern goggles have. But again, what makes this different, what makes them so awesome, the transition lenses, those are not cheap. That's what adds a lot of price to this. Julbo also has goggles that just vent like this, and I think they're only $150. So you're paying an extra $100 just for those transition lenses. They've been really great for me. Instead of having to switch out lenses or have multiple goggles, you just need one. So really they kind of pay for themselves in a lot of ways in that regard. And then obviously the vent is huge. So let's say non-COVID times, let's say next season we don't really need these anymore, we're not wearing masks. They're still great for ski touring in really cold conditions. If you're not just wearing sunglasses and you need a little extra protection, this vent works. Even if you're huffing and puffing, it's gonna help get the condensation and moisture out of there and just create a better overall environment. We don't all know, but if you don't know, if you're skiing or snowboarding and you have condensation in your goggles and you can't fully see, it's just a bad time. It's a bad setup. You don't want to be there. It's not that big a deal to have something that's going to alleviate that. And these Julbos, the Aerospaces, are awesome for that. I had them the season before where we weren't having to wear masks, and with these, blown away. Such a happy coincidence. I'm so thankful that I ended up with these goggles for other reasons, and then had the added bonus of, wow, the most excellent COVID goggle. All right, these are the Julbo Aerospaces, and I am Nature Nate. Thanks for watching, and I appreciate it.